Carl Jung discovered you can see someone's true character. It requires watching for two specific psychological tells that most people completely miss. These signs reveal the real person hiding behind their social mask. It's not about their words, but what they unconsciously show you. Imagine you are with someone you think you know well. They seem genuine and put together, but your intuition tells you something is off. Jung studied what he called the persona. It is the mask we all wear in public to hide our true and authentic inner selves. He found that no matter how well someone builds their image, two key psychological tells will always give their true nature away. Once you learn to spot these signs, you will never be deceived by a fake persona again. It will change how you see everyone. These are simple observations that reveal deep truths. By the end, you'll not only read others, but you will also understand yourself better. But these reveals also force you to look at your own hidden nature. You must confront the parts of yourself you have been avoiding. Most people judge character based on surface behaviors like confidence or kindness. But Jung knew this was all part of a performance. The real person lives beneath this act. Jung found two patterns that always reveal this authentic nature because they are outside of conscious control. Character reveals itself not in what people choose to show you. It is revealed in the things that they simply cannot help but show. These signs appear when a person's guard is down. Their mask slips whenever they are feeling any kind of significant pressure or stress. Jung's first character reveal is what I call shadow mapping. You discover someone's nature by observing who they judge most harshly. Jung wrote that until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will just call it your fate. This unconscious direction shows up most clearly in our judgments of others. It exposes what we are trying to hide from ourselves. When someone criticizes another person with unusual intensity, they are projecting. They are showing you their own disowned personal traits. Jung discovered that what we hate most in others is often what we have buried deepest in ourselves. He called this process projection. The stronger their emotional reaction is, the closer you are getting to their shadow. Let me show you exactly how this works. Meet David, an architect who prides himself on his integrity. In meetings, David always complains about his colleague Marcus, calling him fake. David's voice gets sharp when he discusses Marcus's charm with clients, but a Jungian perspective sees something deeper in this strong reaction. David's intense feeling isn't really about Marcus. It is about a part of David that he himself has completely and totally rejected. Deep down, David wishes he could be more charming and socially skilled, but he has buried this desire because he believes it is fake. Jung wrote that we cannot change anything until we accept it. David's condemnation of Marcus is really a form of self-oppression. This is why shadow mapping works so reliably. When someone judges others harshly, they are always telling you about their own internal conflicts. The traits they criticize most are often the ones they have pushed into their own unconscious mind, hidden away from their conscious self. But projection isn't always negative. We also project positive qualities we are afraid to claim, like putting confident people on a pedestal. The key is to watch for emotional intensity. When someone's reaction is disproportionate, you are seeing their hidden shadow in action. Jung's second character reveal is what I call mask maintenance. This involves observing how someone behaves when their image is threatened. Jung said the goal of life is to become who you truly are. But most people spend their energy maintaining who they think they should be. This maintenance requires constant effort. Jung found that when someone's persona is challenged, their authentic character emerges in that vulnerable moment. Here is how you can spot it in your daily life. Watch what happens when someone faces unexpected criticism or their competence is questioned. Do they become defensive and attack back? Do they deflect blame onto other people? Or do they pause, reflect, and respond authentically? Let me illustrate this with Sarah's story. Sarah is a director known for her calm professionalism, even under a lot of pressure. She built her career on being the one who never loses her cool. But during a high-stakes meeting, a client criticized her team's strategy. In that moment, Sarah's carefully constructed persona cracked. Her voice became sharp, her posture rigid, and she interrupted the client. She deflected blame onto her team and made digs at the client. The calm professional disappeared, revealing someone defensive and deeply insecure. Jung would say this moment revealed Sarah's true character, more than years of normal professional interaction ever could have shown to others. Under pressure, when her carefully maintained image was threatened, her true and authentic patterns of behavior finally emerged for everyone to see. These persona breakdowns don't just happen during major crises. They occur in small, seemingly insignificant moments throughout our everyday interactions. Watch for micro-expressions, tone changes, and shifts in body language. These tiny moments when the mask slips reveal more than hours of conversation. Authentic character is not what someone shows you when they are prepared. It is what emerges when they are unprepared, unguarded, or under pressure. The most integrated people show consistency between their persona and their authentic responses. Their public and private selves are perfectly aligned. Now let's explore why these two reveals work so reliably. Jung spent his career studying what he called the architecture of the psyche. The reason shadow projection is so accurate is because our unconscious mind cannot distinguish between self and other when it comes to rejected material. When David criticizes Marcus, his unconscious is actually trying to process his own relationship with authenticity. It is an internal conflict. This is why people who are genuinely secure rarely judge others harshly. Someone truly confident doesn't waste energy criticizing others' insecurities. The second reveal, persona breakdown, works because maintaining a false image requires enormous psychological energy. This system becomes fragile under stress. When someone's persona is threatened, their primitive defense mechanisms activate. These defenses, like aggression or withdrawal, reveal their core patterns. Beyond Jung's two primary reveals, there is a third pattern. I call it the integration test, and it is the ultimate character assessment. It involves observing how someone handles their own shadow material when it is reflected back to them. This shows if they are capable of growth. Jung wrote that one becomes enlightened by making the darkness conscious. Here is how you can perform the integration test on someone. When you notice someone projecting, gently reflect it back to them. You could say, "You seem bothered by showing off. Do you hold yourself back?" This moment reveals more about their character than months of observation. It tests their relationship with their own unconscious material. A defensive person will get angry. They might say, "Are you saying I'm fake? That's ridiculous." This shows their character is rigid. An integrative person might say, "Actually, yes, sometimes I wish I was better with people." This shows they can hold a paradox. This response shows a person can be bothered by something while also recognizing their own relationship to it. This demonstrates true self-awareness. This integration capacity predicts how someone will handle conflict, criticism, and intimacy. It shows if they can grow or will repeat patterns. Now let's explore how to apply this framework. But first, a crucial warning. Use these insights to understand, not to manipulate. Character assessment should serve compassion, not domination. In romantic relationships, listen to how your partner talks about people they dislike. Are they consistently bothered by selfish people? This might reveal their own struggle with healthy self-advocacy and setting good personal boundaries. In professional settings, observe how colleagues handle feedback or criticism. This reveals their capacity for collaboration and leadership under pressure. Remember, this is a two-way mirror. Every judgment you make about someone else reveals something about your own psychological patterns. Here's a practical exercise for you this week. Keep a shadow journal. When someone irritates you, write down what bothers you about them. Then ask yourself where this trait might exist in you. Do not judge yourself for what you find. Self-acceptance is the foundation of health. Also, we must address the shadow side of character assessment itself. The ability to read character can become a weapon if it is misused. Some people become what I call shadow hunters. They use psychological knowledge to attack the vulnerabilities of other people instead of understanding them. This happens when people want to avoid looking at themselves. They become obsessed with analyzing others to avoid their own personal flaws. Here are the warning signs of misuse. You feel superior when you figure someone out. You use your observations to control other people. You become judgmental rather than curious. And you avoid examining your own patterns while constantly analyzing the people that are around you. True character assessment should make you more humble, not more arrogant. It should make you feel more connected to our shared human experience. Remember that we are all wounded healers. We all carry shadow material, and we all wear personas to protect our vulnerable inner core. The most profound aspect of this framework is the mirror effect. It's the moment you realize everyone is reflecting aspects of you. Jung wrote that your vision becomes clear only when you look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. The ultimate purpose of reading others' character is to awaken to your own. The people who trigger you are showing you your own shadow. If you are always bothered by arrogant people, examine your own relationship with confidence. There is a very important lesson there for you. The traits you most admire in others often represent your own undeveloped potential. You might be projecting qualities you possess but have not claimed. The patterns you recognize in others become visible in yourself once you know what to look for. Every person becomes a teacher for you. This self-awareness is the true goal. I once judged a co-worker for needing validation, but then I realized I sought it too, just differently. My judgment of them was really a form of self-rejection. I was criticizing in them what I could not accept and face in myself. As you get better with Jung's framework, you become what he called the conscious individual. You see clearly without judgment and connect authentically. You see people's shadow projections with compassion, not superiority. You understand their judgments, reveal their struggles, not their moral failures. You notice persona breakdowns without taking them personally. You see that defensiveness is just a protective mechanism that is automatically activated. This consciousness transforms how you move through the world. Conflicts become opportunities for understanding, and difficult people become your greatest teachers. As you embody these insights, your awareness creates ripples. When you stop participating in unconscious patterns, you create space for new interactions. Some people will resist this change, but others will be drawn to your consciousness, sensing the possibility of a more authentic connection. Jung believed individual consciousness was the key to collective transformation. Knowing who you are makes you immune to the world's projections. The two things Jung identified are not just tools for reading others, they are mirrors that reflect your own journey toward consciousness. Every time you judge someone harshly, you have an opportunity to explore your own shadow. Every time a mask slips, you can examine yours. The ultimate character you are here to develop is not someone else's. The most important character you will ever build is your own.